Life here in Vision, it was another world compared to the environment I've moved to. That's when I started changing. Yes, my name is Boy Andrew. I come from Bali, Far East, the mountain areas in Uganda, and that's my origin. I came to know Vision for Africa after some situation that had happened to my parents. My parent passed away in 2003, and then my auntie got a chance to be a work of Vision for Africa, and then I was able to be supported. Due to the challenges of my father, I went through tough times, like he left, he started drinking, blah, blah, with stress of someone who has lost the beloved one. And then at the end, life was a bit hard for my father, and it was a bit hard for my father to support me and my two sisters. So it was a bit hard, and finally my auntie got a job here in Vision for Africa, and I was managed to get a helper, and that was the genesis of the joy in my life. I'm sorry to cut it short. I know many people have gone through the same tough challenges. There are things people are speaking about, like street life. It exists. It happened to me. The moment when there was no school fees, no studies, I remember all those moments when I was at the street. Not everyone really wished to say street life. It really exists. Many people are there. And so when I got a chance, it was a blessing for me to go back to school. And when life changed on slightly, I was still in the dark. That's the fact. Not everyone who comes from the street looks to be light. There is a lot of characters that really you adopted from the street life. And my auntie, when I was in the village, it was really so hard for me to change from the street life to the ordinary people, how they live. So it was a bit hard for me because I was so hard for my grandma to stay with my grandmother. So my auntie thought about the Christian environment that could change my life. And suddenly I got to know Vision. When I went, life was good. It looked like Europe, Life here in Vision, it was another world compared to the environment I've moved to. So that's when I started changing. She's not to cane me, she's not to use any, like the way my father could really treat me. I was uncontrollable at home. But she used the Bible studies, things connected to God, and the punishments that she could give me, maybe to go to the laundry, to help the hotel there, could do some washing, Sometimes I could go to the swimming pool to do some helping. The things I thought they were torturing me, they were changing my life. So my life went on changing. I got back to school. I studied, my high school was in Mukono here at Mount Centenary's high school. Everything was so good. Also, the foundation of Mount Centenary is religious. So that's how my life went to change. And after my high school, how did it come that Andrew loves art so much? When I was young, there was someone who mentored me to be who I am. I used to like people who draw, but I didn't know the purpose of drawing. And so when I prayed, Lord, please bless me with the gift of art, I didn't know what I was asking for. So I found myself into acting, dances. I got to b-boy dancing. I went to those kind of street dances. I went to visual art, painting, drawing. But still there was a question mark for everything that I asked for. I didn't know my calling in all the art I asked for. There are things we pray for, but we don't know the calling. We may love it. You may do anything as in passionate to do it, but there is always a question mark in everything we ask God for. So when I finished my college, I wanted to go cooking. I loved cooking. You know, my auntie told me, no, that is not your calling. Please, that's not your calling. Andrew, you've been drawing since young. I didn't notice. So a parent always notices the character of a child right from the childhood. For me, my auntie is more than a mom. You know, I was blessed to have her like a mother to me. So life, that's how it started with my auntie, seeing what I could not see in myself. So the art started like that. She went on motivating me. I used to draw weird paintings, very bad, and they were not good, bad drawings. And you know what? This is a parent who knew that it was good. That's what she used to tell me. Andrew, this is wow. She used to motivate me, you know, and out of blue, the gift, the passion, the higher the passion and the talent grows in the person. This goes to all the parents. When you see a child drawing or maybe doing some kind of technical work, just know the calling is there. Not the child may not know the purpose as why he's doing, but the calling is within there. So my auntie saw the calling, but I didn't know the purpose. There is a calling, and knowing the calling of that specific thing you're doing. So I didn't know my calling by then. So she supported me to go to Michelangelo, the College of Art, Creative Art in Entebbe. So I finished my college, but there are things I used to write down. This goes to all artists, whoever dreams to be someone. I wrote down some of the things that I wanted. I prayed to God, Lord, please, my background is so bad, and I fear even going home. There are times when holidays reach, I stay at school because I used to rent somewhere. So I say, I don't need to go home. There is no life at home. Even when I go to Vision, what will I do? Those were some of the questions. So I stayed in Entebbe for almost 2 years, still asking God, what is my purpose? Now I'm almost graduating. I asked you, Lord, you blessed me with this, you blessed me that. All the things that I asked for, He provided them. I asked for the first class. After my graduation, I tell you, it was a miracle. Even how things happened, it was a shock. I didn't have clothes, nice clothes, you know, when it is time for graduation. I didn't have anything. Out of blue, when during that short holiday I came back, I told my auntie, please, tomorrow is my graduation. She told me, Andrew, how could you just tell me when it is tomorrow? I don't have money, I don't have anything. So guess what? God provided. I was walking by Vision for Africa there at the cafe, and then I was walking with my small painting, and one of the gentlemen from States saw the painting. Then he called me, young man, what are you carrying? It's a painting. I was like, He asked me, how much is it? I was like, no, I don't sell just a painting. I'm selling the message behind the painting. It was amazing. And it touched him when I narrated the whole story behind the painting. This message was belonging to him. Out of blue, I didn't know how to price. That was the time I didn't know how to price the painting. I just said $500. I didn't know how much $500 into Ugandan shilling. This gentleman brought the money in cash. This money provided my suit, the shoes, and wonderful, you know, everything was classic. I went for my graduation. Everyone was like, first class, first class, first class, first class. I didn't know what they were meaning. They were meaning the papers that I was holding, not the dressing code. You see, everything happened miraculous. And this was really, I was full of joy and tears of joy. And after the graduation, this just a short about the joy I really experienced. And then this came to the time when I had those questions back. Now, I'm done with the graduation. What is your purpose? These are the things which were stressing me out. I'm done with the graduation. Where am I going now? The purpose, what I asked God, He provided all. But now what is my purpose? I tell you, I came back on ground to Vision for Africa. I asked Mama Maria to give me a chance to do anything for free. The first sculpture I did at the gate of Vision for Africa, it was for free, but Mama Maria blessed me with one M. It was a sign of appreciation. I was so shocked to see the value of what I'm doing. It is coming back. So we started doing, they gave me a chance to do a lot of things, the drawings, the paintings along the ministry. The work was too much for me. And then I came back to the gallery. By then, this gallery, I'll come to that point how we got to this gallery. Mama Maria, when she saw that I've done something as a service for the ministry, she blessed me with the gallery. I was shocked for someone like me to hold all this place big enough, people are renting to have space to exhibit their works. To me, it was a shock to me, and that's when I started realizing I can't hold it alone. I have to share the same grace with others. So that's when I thought of bringing more people to work with me, but first I prayed about it. Lord, please, I need people to work with. The number of works is too much for me. And so Mama accepted my request, Mama Maria. So I called some of the friends I started with to work with me. So we went on working, but the purpose of working was not just money. Preaching the message, the purpose, not just legacy. There are moments when I thought we have to leave the legacy in Vision, that we are the artists. That was the first thing I thought, maybe legacy will push us to another level, but it didn't work. I realized working for legacy, it's another downfall. That's what I realized. So I told my boys, yes, we have to sit down, we write what our dreams, what do we want to impact to our environment, what message are we passing to the environment, the rest God will provide. So we worked so much, night and days, we are painting. In the night shifts, we have night shifts, so crazy. We have night shifts, day shifts, and then the message started moving. Where we didn't know actually. There are times when you're doing something where you can't know the purpose of it. There are times when people see the works of your hands. And so you become blessed with what you do in the society. There are times when we didn't know even how to price what we do. This is coming back. The moment when you're doing something with your heart, fully and faithful, there are times you fail to price it because of the value behind it, whereby the money won't be enough for what you do, but the blessings and the friendship you get from the society is greater than the money. And so I thank God for this spirit. It went on growing in my boys also, and some of them, they are being blessed from other people who come here, like those who wanted to go further, to go back to school. It's called Brian, got a sponsor from here working with me, and he opened up his heart. He said his dream is to do art, but he has no papers. I've been working with like some of my boys here. Some are just gifted with it naturally, but they have never gone to school. And finally, God provides people within here, and some in the community within Vision. Some are being sponsored by Vision. I was so happy to hear Brian is being sponsored by Vision to go back to school. Another one, also got another friend of mine to support him. Brother Daniel supported one of the friend of mine to go back to school. Vincent is called Vincent. So these are the things I'm really so amazed how God is really doing great things. There are times when the devil also comes in to distract the organized group, that with a great purpose, big dreams, but only when the dreams comes in, distraction comes in also. So let me go back to the point why I was inspired to start up this. One of it, I wanted to mentor people to believe in themselves. That was the main point of the existence of this gallery. People to start believing in themselves, because I remember from zero to someone right now. I don't believe whether we are so successful to reach here, but I can reflect to the background, the poorest background I've ever gone through. And that really makes me to appreciate the new life, the newity of a new person, all the people who are staying with me. So, and another thing is what they are doing. How can they benefit from it? Because there are ways when we try much more time, we finish 2 months, sometimes no projects around. Maybe I take quotations, they have to think about them. So I try everywhere, but I realized we are pushing life, forcing life to earn a living, forgetting who provides to us. So I came back on ground and I told my boys, let's pray. Let's focus to the calling. The rest will come. And it did. It started happening. Sometimes I feel goosebumps all over me when I see how God is providing to us. Last week ago, 1 week ago, I was still praying for my boys. Please pray hard. I feel this week there is something that the Lord wants us, like the blessing from God that is coming. I feel that. Out of blue, we received 2 people around, those of Misach. We are so blessed, not because you've bought our paintings. The moments of sharing with you, the moments I'm having with the girls, teaching them, that joy that I receive teaching, and the blessings that you bless our boys here. My brothers and the sisters are not yet here. They have gone for some work outside. But still, on their behalf, I also have to say something. We are so grateful and thankful for all the support. Because buying our art piece, you're not just buying the beauty of an art piece. I believe you're buying the message, the deep message behind the painting. And so that's why I'm always motivating all the artists who come with me here, or those who are doing something that side. Focus, or else they have to focus, because the future is bright indeed. To me, I've tested it. I don't need to explain how deep and poor it was, but I only feel even this less, it means value to me. To have brothers and sisters moving the same road with me, it's the most beautiful family I've ever got in life. So the rest, it's just secondary. So I'm so grateful, and indeed, yeah, that's a short story about me. Thank you so much.